to the LP show. Ladies, gentlemen, welcome to the LP show. This is episode 26. We appreciate everybody being here. I'm Luke.
Yo, and I'm Drew.
Blano. Welcome, guys. Welcome in.
Blano at the bottom. Blano, you want to take it off? Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just yawning in the middle of that intro. You know, we're all old now. I'm almost 30. It's 8:30, and I'm about ready for bed. I'm thinking of crashing out as soon as we're done with this. You know what I'm saying?
It's Saturday night, so it's not Friday night like normal. Drew had to work last night, so we just pushed it back at night. No big deal.
Yeah, appreciate it, guys.
But yeah, it's Saturday night. So how was the week, fellas? You know what, Drew? Let's start with you, and then we can kick it to Blano, because Blano, I know you had a hell of a week. So
I had a hell of a week. Yes,
Drew,
I did.
Drew, how was the week, man?
Well, I love how you start with me all the time, not with yourself, but it's fine. Look at him chug that fucking thing. Look at him.
What am I supposed to start with myself?
Hey,
yeah. How was my Saturday actually? How was my week? You know, let me ask myself. Yeah, because I got to ask the question.
I was gonna ask, but you took it ahead. You went ahead, but it was fine. It was great.
Closed mouth don't get fed. Son.
It wasn't great. Don't let me lie to you. It's rough. Just working, coming back from vacation.
Oh yeah. Getting back into that routine.
Yeah, I was just not motivated at all.
That is rough.
Never.
That is very rough.
Yep. Oops.
It's all good, but no. Back to the basics.
How was your vacation then?
It was good. It was away from there. It was away from work.
It was so perfect then.
Yeah, there was one day that was, I think, good out of those days. I think I went outside.
That was good.
I went outside one day.
Well, like outside, like weather-wise.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was nice. Yeah, I actually walked outside. Me and my daughter walked around the neighborhood.
That's nice.
It's always fun.
A nice little stroll. Yeah, but other than that, yours, Luke, your week?
My week was good. Kept it moving, kept the head down, worked out, went to the gym.
I went to the gym too, by the way.
Woke up early, went to bed early. That's it.
We're getting old. We're pushing 30.
Lino, how was your week? How was your week, my man? Yeah. Talk to me.
Yeah. I mean, so you guys probably didn't know, but maybe you did. I hurt myself on the job a couple weeks ago, and
oh fuck.
Yeah, so I kept walking on it, delivering mail, walking every day, and
walk us through.
Got to the point. I'm just trying. Walk us through it. What was it? Wednesday, I went to, I told my bosses, I was like, hey, something's wrong with my knee. I got to go get it checked out. I go to the doctor. I go to the urgent care, and they were like, hey, we think you tore your meniscus. And I'm thinking, damn. Meniscus. And I've been walking on it. Yeah, it's like some.
Remind us where this is. I was bad at anatomy, man.
You were bad at a lot of things, Drew.
No, easy. Wow, Blaine, that was a shot towards me.
Yeah, it was. No, it's in your knee. It's part of your knee. It just helps
your patella stuff. Isn't that what it's called?
Patella.
Your kneecap. I don't know.
Yeah, your kneecap is the patella. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, I know shit.
You do just a little bit.
We're talking about the meniscus, though.
We are talking about meniscus.
But go on. What happened? What's that?
So I went the next day to get some X-rays done, and then the doctor tells me I broke my kneecap. So I'm thinking, what the fuck did I break my kneecap?
Crazy.
So I'm thinking, I'm done. I'm done for. Like, we're talking months laid off from work, surgery and shit.
Did you fall? Why? So I can't remember.
It was a couple weeks ago, and remember when we got hit with that big old snowstorm, and it was like -7 degrees? Yeah. And, I'd been dealing with the pain and walking on it for that long. And so I'm thinking, I broke my kneecap. So now I'm off work. The doctor won't let me work. Post office won't let me work. Sorry, there was a cat in the way.
We got to get that.
See?
Cut that.
Those haunches out of there.
This is why I don't like cats. See? Anyways, go on.
No, you're good. So, sassy.
Great.
I follow up with the doctor yesterday, and the doctor's like, you don't have a broken kneecap. I don't know why they told you that, but I do think you tore your meniscus and possible MCL tear too. I still won't let you work.
Okay.
So
damn.
Now I've been off work. Post office won't work me because if they work me and I injure myself further, it's just they're not going to take that liability. So I've been out of work. I've been dealing with knee pain. Just been laid up at home basically the last couple days or so.
Fuck. Did you have insurance through them? How's that work?
I do have insurance through them, but because it happened at work, it has to go through workman's comp. It has to.
I just wanted to know. Okay, I didn't know how that. Okay.
And you know how the workman's comp works, especially when we're dealing with like a federal agency like the post office. It's going to take time to get paperwork back and forth between the doctors and the post office and all that. So
yeah.
Interesting. I don't know what the future looks like because I could need surgery, or I could just need
physical therapy,
Yeah, physical therapy. Yeah, but in the meantime, the doctor's not going to sign off on lifting my work restrictions.
Are you
it's kind of hard?
You limping at all? Like how are we talking? Like when you're bad? Like they prescribe you with some perks or something? I don't know.
No. Especially with workman's comp, you have to get approval for that anyway. But I wouldn't take anything harder than like Tylenol, ibuprofen. But I got a really nice knee brace that I've been wearing. Really nice. But yeah, especially after walking about 12 plus miles, my eyes start limping pretty good. So that's my week. We're here. It's Saturday. Church in the morning, so
yeah,
ready to do it.
What type of church do you go to again?
I go to it's the Southside Reformed Presbyterian in Greenwood right now.
You go to Greenwood?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
It's only about 20 minutes away, so
not too bad.
Oh yeah, dude.
Nah.
What's your? I got a question for you guys. I have a question for you guys. What's your opinions on cults?
Like,
I mean, they're not good.
No, they're not.
Okay, yeah.
You're talking like religious cults?
I don't think any cult is a good cult.
What's the definition of a cult? Do we know a definition?
I don't know. I think it's if I had to personally guess, it would be like a group of people that's led by one person, and it's typically with ill intent. In my opinion.
That's what I'm thinking.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not far from the truth. I think cults, by definition, are religious in basis. I think Drew is looking up the definition right now.
So a system of religious
he's got it. See?
Veneration and devotion directed towards a particular figure or object. So pretty much exactly. I mean, I didn't say religious, but a relatively small group of people having religious beliefs or practices regarded by others strange or sinister activities. That's what it says.
Yep. Funny you asked that, Drew. I was actually a part of a cult years ago.
That's actually insane. You're gonna have to elaborate.
What are we talking about? What type of cult are we talking about?
It was, Christian based, right? I got introduced when I was in high school. It was very health, wealth, prosperity, gospel.
Okay. Before you go any further, how did you get introduced? How did this go about?
This is a funny story. This is a funny story. I mean, this is a great story because it's also part of my testimony as well. But no, you're good. It's a good question. I got introduced by my best friend who his family was in it, right? And they still are. Being young, I was 15 at the time. You start being told all these, you live your best life now. God wants you to have all the things that you want in this life. All you have to do is believe, right? You just got to pray and believe.
Yeah.
The problem with cults though is typically cults, you can recognize a cult is if they refuse the deity of Christ, and like Luke had said in that definition, they start venerating one individual above Christ. In the cult I was in, the Way International, they followed the teachings of a guy named Dr. Victor Paul Werewolf, who was not actually a doctor.
Oh, yeah. That's scary.
So he was a self-proclaimed doctor. Is what you're telling me.
So
that's
superhero.
So Drew could say Dr. Andrew Dunn, essentially.
MD.
He could.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
Now this guy went to a theological school that was not accredited and was defunct, a couple years after he graduated.
Harrison College. No,
I couldn't tell you what college it was, but
ITT.
Definitely ITT. Yeah,
ITT. I remember that fucking place.
I think that place is under now, but
no, it definitely is. Yes.
Definitely was not Christian it was only Christian in name. You just start getting taught all these cult-like behaviors. Part of the way it was how to be militaristic, living off the land, refusing like the government, all this stuff. But at the same time, we need you to give us 10% of your money pre-tax.
That's where it comes from.
When I'm young, I don't see that, right? And that's not an excuse to this day. But you think, man, God really wants me to have, a six-pack and a nice car and a nice, beautiful wife and beautiful kids. Like that's not Christianity, right? But you get duped and you start being led that you can have basically heaven now. And thankfully, by God's grace, I got out of that. Actually, by my best friend who became Christian himself, and he got me out of that. So
by you getting out of it, you kind of just stopped
around
those people, did you have to run kind of? I don't want to throw you out. I don't.
No,
you have to run somewhere, New Mexico.
No.
Okay. All right.
I'd actually moved, up north. Back, what was it, 5 years ago? I'd moved out of Indianapolis, and I kind of just stopped going.
Right on.
But yeah,
it's probably a smart move, Blino.
No, it was a great move. It was a great move.
Yeah, I've never been a part of anything of that standard, a cult or anything like that, and I don't think I would be. Drew, do you think you? Do you think you? I feel like that's one of those things where you kind of have to, like Blino said, you kind of have to be introduced to something like that.
That's where I think it's kind of interesting. Like, how did you start off? Like, it's either from a friend or a family member or something like that.
Somebody who knows somebody.
That's the thing. You start going to these little, and what the way did is you had what they call twigs, where you show up once a week to small little at-home fellowship.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Twigs.
Whoa.
Twigs.
We got verbiage even.
We got verbiage. There's a lot of verbiage. But you just start going, and you start hearing the word of God preached, but it's not exegeted correctly. And it's just not correct, right?
I don't want to say it's kind of the same thing. I guarantee it's not the same thing, but like John Jones and because he was religious. He was very religious.
You talking about the UFC fighter?
I thought he was talking about the UFC fighter.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was like, the UFC fighter?
Kool-Aid.
Yes. Is that
you're talking about
leader.
Was that Jim Jones?
You talking about Waco?
Jim Jones. I'm sorry. Did I say John Jones?
Yeah,
you said John Jones.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Jim Jones. I'm thinking UFC too, not John.
I was like, what in the hell is he saying?
John Jones. Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
Drink the Kool-Aid. No. Jim Jones. Sorry.
I swear I thought he was. Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the same thing. Like he's very religious, but he went really.
Yeah. No. That's kind of what that's the only thing. Excuse me. That's the only thing that I've ever really seen things about with cults and that type of behavior, I guess, because I've only seen it in like movies and stuff. I've heard stories, I've read stories about cults, and you've seen once in a blue moon you might see like a family or something that like might be on the news because they were in a cult or something like weird, but it's never good things. It's never good things.
No, it's not.
No, it's never.
They do weird shit too. Like go to the middle of a field and do like I don't know, just weird chants and shit. Like it's just I don't know. It just seems like
which are just pagan rituals, by the way. That's what that is. Yeah. Just steeped in pagan, pagan.
Yeah. There's a lot of. There could be a lot more to it, but who knows? Like I think I see
ritual or what's it?
Ritualistic.
Sacrificial, ritualistic, like those type of cults there are out there.
Left like their leader like hung up like with a whole bunch of like Christmas lights like in a basically like just I can't even talk decomposing like up hanging up in Christmas lights like in Colorado I think. Yeah, look that up. It's very weird. It happened within like the last 3 years I want to say. Yeah, it's just it's weird shit. Then you have Waco. Do you count
Waco
that as a cult?
Yeah,
of course. Absolutely.
You have Charles Manson.
Yeah,
these are like,
that's a famous old one. I was gonna say that one, but that's.
Listen, man. I'm gonna just say Charles shouldn't have got charged for murder. Just saying, he didn't kill nobody.
That's a take.
I know that's a take.
That is a take. That's a heavy take.
Be fair, he didn't kill anyone.
Do we know that for sure?
What he's charged for? Right?
He was basically masterminded, right? He essentially, he didn't brainwash, but he and used propaganda and religious materials to
manipulate somebody's mind.
To manipulate
drugs. Yeah. A lot of
and I'm sure there were a lot of drugs involved.
There's a lot of drugs. There's a lot of LSD.
I mean,
that's
drugs and manipulation. Once you get somebody under the drug, if you can manipulate a human being, imagine how easy it is to manipulate a human being who's taking drugs.
Yeah,
right.
Don't get me wrong. He should be. He's dead now, but he should.
But he was in Florence, right? APX Florence in Colorado. I think he was in Colorado at the Supermax.
Oh yeah, probably.
Did you guys? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead. What?
No, you're good.
I was just because I know you're about to ask. Did you see that dude getting shot up?
Did you guys see the? Did you guys see the execution that just happened on Friday?
Yes.
Yesterday.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, some dude just got executed, and it was by firing squad.
By the first time in 15 years.
First time.
Wait, where was this?
Choice.
It was by his choice. It was in South Carolina. Happened on yesterday.
What were his crimes?
Look him up. I think it was murder. I think it was.
I'm on my phone. I'm on my phone. I
think it was murder. Write it down so you don't forget about it, Blano. But
okay.
Yeah, it was he just got executed by a firing squad, and the reporters who were there, they were like explaining how it went down, and basically said that he had like a triangular type of, I think it was triangle, Drew, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know, maybe a circular, I don't know, but it was something over his heart, like right where his heart was, like a bullseye,
really
like a bullseye.
Yeah, it was
essentially, and basically he was, I think the first bullets rang out at, I don't know, we'll say 6 o'clock, I think the hour was, but 6:05. And he was
it that? See, you know the specifics there.
He was pronounced dead at 6:08, so it was 3 minutes before he was actually dead after he got shot.
So he's strapped in a chair.
He was strapped down in a chair.
A lot of people
so he can't run.
And they had
no, what? Wait a minute. Did you say he can't run?
I didn't know. I'm the first I'm hearing about this.
Yo.
Oh my God!
No, like run away, you guys are twisting this.
Jesus, Blaine.
Hell no.
I'm laughing because Drew.
Jeez,
no, it's not like a game.
Yeah.
No.
I thought it was like old school, like against the wall. That's what I.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
No,
you know,
so hear me out. They strapped him down on a chair, and they bound his mouth. They bound his mouth so he couldn't talk, and his lawyer came out and read his last words and stuff like that. And then I guess he gave his lawyer like a look and then a nod saying like I'm good to go. And then that's when like 2 minutes later
they initiated.
Yep. They cocked the guns at like 6:03, and then they took their shots at 6:05. He died at like 6:08. So it was like.
So what's your opinion on that, both of you guys?
I think
what do you think about.
Go ahead, Blaine.
No, you're good. You're good. First, I actually know a tidbit about firing squads for some reason or another, but I want to say I heard that
wait a minute, what are we talking about? What do you mean?
The people that are in the firing squad. Okay,
yeah. Look, what is going on with this guy?
I'm done.
Right. Go on.
The shooters that are in the firing squad, the people that are doing the firing, they don't actually know which bullet does the killing, so that they don't have to deal with the guilt or the mental anguish of being that person. That's why
they have like multiple,
and some have duds, some have they have live rounds that are swapped in, so they don't know who actually delivered the killing blow, which I think is
interesting.
I think that's good for the people.
That's smart. It's smart for you to, or that's a good point for you to bring up, Blano.
But firing squad, I thought that stuff was outlawed years ago. I don't know the details of this guy. I don't know what he did. I have nothing about, I don't know what his crime was.
I believe it was a double murder, I believe. But
eye for an eye. I mean, eye for an eye. What, he sits in prison for the rest of his life, 3 hots in a cot, off the taxpayers' money.
And he already has for 30 years, but...
probably, yeah.
How much cheaper that is, too.
Just to give my take, I think the firing squad... I think the fact that they gave him I think the firing squad's okay perfectly. I think that the fact that they gave him a choice is I think that's good at least, honestly.
What were his other choices?
He could do electric chair, lethal injection, or firing squad. And I think everybody, I think what should happen if you get the death penalty, they should stop this bullshit of waiting for 15, 20, 30 years. They need to get it done within 5 years, save everybody time, money, all the bullshit, get it done in 5 years, and do that. Give everybody the option, give them the option of which one of these 3 or however many. I mean, I couldn't think of any other humane ones. I don't think any of them are humane, but
I'm sure they can come up with something.
But I'm sure, obviously. But if you look at some of the medieval ones,
cows with, those little fucking pins. You ever seen those?
No, I haven't.
No. You know what I'm talking. You've seen No Country with Old Men, right?
Yeah, I have.
No,
you've seen that dude killed the fucking police officer, or no? Was it the police officer? He held it up to his head, fucking shot through.
I kind of know what you're talking about. It's been a while.
Farmers use it for like cows, pretty much. Basically, it's like a big. It's like
it's a cattle prod. Yeah, where they shoot the. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I've never seen the movie. You shoot them right in the head, and it's supposed to kill them instantly.
Yeah. Yep, it's a bar that goes in there, fucks up their brain, fucks up their shit, turns it to mush, and shoots it back out. It's a quick, humane. I mean, I'm not saying that's one way.
Well, but there you go. Okay, but just giving them the option, I think I think
it's a great.
Like I said, I think you should just expedite it. Stop this 30-year bullshit. Let's just get it done, right? Like,
would you want to be? Let's just say, I know that's how you would probably want to go. Is firing squad, probably, right?
Out of those 3 options, probably. I don't know. Maybe I just do the lethal injection. I don't know. I really
see. Fuck the lethal injection.
I don't know.
Injection. I don't believe that.
What do you think?
I feel like that shit would suck. I feel like that would like burn. But
I have no idea.
Like if you had to choose, I don't even know.
I hate to even think of myself in that position. Like that's just a wild position to even be in.
What if they sedated you a little bit, gave you a little drug to ease your nerves?
Oh, I would do the firing squad probably then. I mean,
see, that's what I think.
Close your eyes, and it's like
that was my question. So I think, well, not they kind of give you a little just to, ease you out.
Maybe.
I think they do that though. I think.
But what about the people that didn't get an easy out? The people that he murdered.
That's what I'm saying.
Of course. Well, of course.
That's why I don't think that they do that.
I think they do.
I mean, they could.
I think they do. I'm not for sure, but I'm pretty sure they offer him. I'm sure it's probably like an ibuprofen or something. Who knows?
Just a little.
Who knows? Yeah, I'm not saying it's like no fucking horse tranquilizer or something. I don't know. But yes, no, I agree with it too. So,
did you guys see? Elon Musk. Did you see that there was some SpaceX debris were found in the Bahamas, and now everybody is actually trying to go after Elon, saying, one of his spaceships exploded. This, that, the fourth. Nobody was on board.
But, okay.
I didn't see that.
I'm glad you brought that up. I'm not an Elon Musk enjoyer one way or the other. I think he's doing good things with the Doge and stuff like that.
I agree.
Getting there, cleaning up the government efficiency, right? What about all the people that I see driving down Washington Street and just chucking out their big gulp cups?
Litter, dude. The amount of loitering that happens, that I see all the time nowadays is insane.
Right. So why they're trying to make this man a pariah because one of his shuttles exploded?
Yeah.
What?
I'm just laughing at Drew. He's loitering.
Loitering.
What do you think though, Drew?
Obviously that's. I mean, all right, shit happened. Where else do you think it's gonna land? How do you think it's gonna?
Hey, guess what, guys? At least it's in the ocean and not on your house.
Exactly. Shit happened. Trust me, NASA's done a lot more than. There's tons of a lot more shit. There's still nukes lost in the ocean. I want to hear about. Anyways, I'm sorry.
But, I mean, the general public's going to take anything they can, try to make him a pariah, try to
all it is.
Look at him.
It's all political.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to. Absolutely.
I didn't hear about that.
Yep.
That's crazy.
It is. And yeah, so that happened, and something else that just to touch on following not last week's, but the week before that. Actually, no, touching on when we went live last week, how we did it was the Zelensky and Trump blow up, the argument. Well, I don't know if you fellas have seen, but Zelensky is now tucking his tail and running back to Trump and saying that he is now ready to sign the rare earth minerals deal.
Yep.
And that's basically what that means, is to bring Americans into Ukraine to excavate the rare earth, and that basically just gives them the security from Russia. Didn't know what your guys' thoughts were on that, because we all watched that together.
For the most part, I think I got off early.
Yeah, a little early. Yeah.
But the rare earth, I'm guessing that's like minerals and stuff, raw earth. Probably stuff that we're going to be using for like electric batteries, stuff like that. I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'm assuming.
Yeah, like any metals.
Yeah.
So our country is, I hate to use the word profiting, but there's something for us to go there now instead of us
there's something for us to
just parking, let's say 300,000 soldiers on the Ukraine border
for no reason. There's an investment.
Okay,
which makes sense.
Yeah.
We're in it for something then.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's where Trump as a businessman comes in. But just didn't know what your guys' thoughts were. Drew, do you have any thoughts on that, or are you surprised that he signed, or is willing to sign?
I knew. I knew it was gonna like.
You've seen that U.S. pulled the military aid, right?
Yeah.
So,
I think there's something. I don't know if they put it on hold, but they put it on. They've only did a few people. It wasn't as big as they wanted. Yeah. It wasn't as big as they wanted, but yeah, from what I've read. But no, I believe that. That's what I figured with Trump. But there's always a deal that comes out, and it would be a good deal for at least for us.
They gotta win.
There's no point for us. There's no way that we could lose. Let's just say that, unless we continue with giving Ukraine money. But
yeah, no, absolutely. It's like, and you got to think about it like this too. What is Ukraine, like I just said, like what is Ukraine doing for us? Like we're not getting anything from them right now at all. So what is the interest in us taking care of them? At some level you got to remember we got to worry about ourselves. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think it honestly just ties back to like the Cold War, man, with the communists and because Ukraine was like the country. Obviously it bordered.
They were
Russia.
the strategic country. Yeah.
Ukraine back then, that was for us.
Right.
We had Ukraine. We controlled Ukraine.
Right.
We made sure communist. That was our wall. Now times change.
Right. That's my point. That's my point. Yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
That makes sense.
Like
but I agree with it. It's a deal. Yeah. Blaine, you had something to say?
I've been of the opinion that we should be a pacifist country militarily. Obviously, when you look at Pearl Harbor, we were by and large a pacifist country until another country attacked us, and then that's when we responded with. And we were provoked, and then we went and utterly destroyed, Japan, right?
Yeah, we literally blew them off the face of the earth.
Yes. Yeah.
We literally unleashed the most strongest bombs that the world has ever seen.
Yes, and because they attacked us,
hey, you push a dog into a corner, that motherfucker gonna bite.
And we've always been a really strong. We've always been a really strong military force, right? We've spent how much it is what it is. So I'm of the opinion you protect your own borders until somebody attacks you, and then you defend it with your life, right? Like same with your home, right? If somebody wants to try to come in, you defend your home, you defend your family. But now that we're getting something that benefits the people, which is, I'm guessing, a lot of money that's going to come in with the raw earth, processing, refining, sending it out, using it for whatever. That's going to help our economy a lot.
Which also helps Ukrainians because now they have Americans in Ukraine, which in return,
they're being
Russians don't want to attack Ukraine now because they're attacking Americans, which America's going to retaliate.
So I think, on paper, on paper, it looks like it benefits Ukraine and America tremendously, and it pushes back the Russian forces. But I think, like what Trump was saying in that meeting, ultimately we want it to end, right? We don't want any more bloodshed. We don't want any more innocent lives. Soldiers on both sides just to be killed needlessly. Absolutely. I'd hope to see it be done, but hopefully this is a stepping stone in that direction.
Hopefully,
that's a good way to put it.
It is, and like I said, hopefully this war will be done. I'm gonna say mid-March.
Yeah, Drew, you've called it.
I'm no fortune teller.
Now, if for that to happen, it has to happen in the next week, which could very well happen, though. I mean,
who knows?
Like I said, Zelensky's been calling for it.
Well, I mean,
officially peace.
Do we know how many forces that Trump is putting in place in Ukraine? What branch? I'm guessing it's going to be like the army. I would imagine is going to be the first branch that would be in there.
I mean, probably, yeah. I would think.
But do we know the number? Because, if Russia looks and sees, we just dropped 2 million soldiers, I don't know how many, that could be just an enormously large number. I don't know. But, he sees 2 million American troops just ready to go to protect that border. Would you want to throw away your entire military, just for that, for the Ukraine? I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe he wises up.
I doubt it.
Smart.
Russia.
Yeah, it's smart. I mean, seriously. Now, did you guys see that? Go ahead, Drew. Did you have something?
Well, I had another thing that I was going to ask if you guys have heard of that the HHS is going to be send all employees $25,000 voluntary to buy out, basically. So for them to
HHS?
Leave. Yeah. What can you? What is that?
That is the Department of Health and Human Services.
Bro, 25 grand? Are you
yes.
What is it, like a severance? It's like a severance?
Pretty much.
Bro, yes.
Okay.
I would leave and go find a new job.
And this is actually, I think this just came down today.
Why not?
They sent out emails to everyone. This is where people get out of control. When they hear that, this is stuff, so you have some people that don't like CDC. You have some people that don't. Who else is it? There's some more people. It doesn't really matter.
Probably the WHO.
Actually, let me see. Probably.
The World Health Organization. I'm sure we have.
So the FDA, but this is some things. So you have FDA. You have Centers of Medicine and Medicaid Services. Yeah, we know that's a joke. Yeah. Anyways, but all HHS did was oversee them.
So it was a bureaucratic level for
People
other bureaucratic
think,
levels.
No, all this is going to go away. If they're trying to get FDA out of here, this isn't going to go away. I think this is just going to go, obviously what they should go down to is state to state. This gets out of the big court. You have people up there doing nothing, calling shots. They have no idea what the fuck they're doing. I think it's a smart idea.
And I agree. And just something off subject kind of, but something you just said, like, that's why, I don't know if you guys seen, but Trump is he's trying to get rid of the education board. Did you see that? Because it's the same thing you just said. Because he said he's so tired of these people who don't give a shit about anybody. They're just sitting in Washington making all the calls for all these different schools across the country. Yeah. Let the states, be concerned with their kids, and because they actually care about them. They want to see their because
they actually have to live there.
Yeah, their kids, the kids do good. They grow up good. They have good jobs. They make the community better. So. I agree with you, Drew, 100%.
That's a recent thing. So $25K, you said you would
Yeah,
you just got that email
this morning. Personally, you know me, Drew.
I would. All right.
But like me, Drew. Like I would take it because I would just go find a new job. Like it's whatever. You know what I mean? So it's like $25K to just go find a new job essentially. Yeah, I'd go I'd take the 25,000, put it in the savings, just go find a new job, keep working. You know, nothing changes.
Yeah. And who knows what's that?
No, I'm sorry. I'm curious about one thing because we're talking about federal jobs, right? We're talking about jobs that are in the governmental jobs. You know, for like the post office. Post office is like one of the few dying companies that not dying, but one of the rare companies that has pensions.
Yep, that's crazy.
That has pensions.
You don't hear about that.
That also has really good benefits. Really, really good. A lot of carriers I know, especially carriers, that's why they have the job is because of the pension, because of the fact that they have incredible healthcare benefits, dental, vision, other medical stuff. So are these people giving up their benefits and potential pensions for 25,000? What about that person that's worked there for 35 years? I don't know how old this HHS division, how old it is.
I mean, what's the other option?
I think it was invented in 1953.
What's the other option? What's the other option, Drew?
And that's what I'm curious because they didn't say. That's also my next question. There was.
I was about to say because you're saying that 25,000, right? So if you don't take it, you just get fired. I mean, because who wouldn't take the 25K in that change? Who wouldn't take that, right? Like,
exactly.
You'd be stupid not to take that.
Yeah.
Because at least you're getting something, and you can walk away with it. And like I said, like Blano said, it sucks, but at least you get something.
That, or it depends on like how high you're up. Who knows? They probably want to get rid of like the higher man. You'll get demoted. That's the most thing I can think of people that want to stay.
What it sounds like is they're getting rid of a lot of the lower end people that are part of that department. They're not going to be getting rid of maybe. Okay. If you're looking, let's say this department has 15,000 people. That could be a enormously large number, but let's say they're all drawing. It probably is a lot. We'll do just 5,000. But let's say they're each drawing on average 100,000 a year. But that doesn't include all their health care benefits. Some people might look at that and say, personally, I would take the 25,000. If the post office, if I got an email tonight that said, hey, take this 25,000, I'm
no-brainer, bro.
That's me personally. I just started my career.
That's what I'm saying.
I can't talk about for that person that's put in 35 years who makes 25,000 alone just in their health care benefits, you know?
That's what I'm saying.
Get rid of it because
it's really person to person,
case by case.
It's really case by case because, like everybody's different. You know what I mean? Everybody's different. The way all of us live are different. Like the way Blano lives is not how I would live, and the way I live is not how Drew would live. Other than smoking weed, maybe. But I know he wouldn't go to the gym.
Whoa! I went to the gym today.
Oh shit! Now look at it. You see the wink though? Look at him. This sly dog.
When he thinks he goes to the gym, he drove by the gym today. He looked at it out the window.
Now, real quick on a different note, some exciting news for the United States in 2026. I don't know if you fellas have seen, but for the I would say the larger Hispanic population is going to be excited because the 2026 FIFA Cup is now coming to the United States.
No shit.
Like I said, that was in 2026, so next year.
Where's that going to be at?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Probably LA.
Probably Cali. Probably Cali.
Not.
Probably Cali or Vegas. Vegas, maybe.
Probably Vegas, actually. Now that you said that,
it's Vegas. Yeah. I can see that.
But so that's the first time. So
Interesting.
Trump just made that happen.
Well, can you imagine how much revenue that's going to bring just the city of like?
It's just like the Super Bowl. It's like anything, man. I mean, I
remember when it came through Indianapolis. Holy! Do you remember how much they put into downtown, like fixing up downtown?
When was that? What year?
2009. That was the 2009 season. That was the.
Why don't I remember that? I don't remember that. I don't.
No, 2010. It was 2010. They went through and they put in millions of dollars to downtown. Billions.
Well,
and we're a small town.
I mean, yeah.
Something crazy too.
Comparatively.
Something crazy too. Another crazy thing I seen. Saudi Arabia, right? So or Dubai specifically. They're a crazy. They got money out there. Oil tycoons. Well, back in when did Trump originally get? What is it? 2016. Or I'm sorry, 2016.
2016.
So he originally got President 20. So they offered the United States $350 billion into the United States over 4 years if Trump visited Saudi Arabia, Dubai in specific. And so he said he would do it. So he did a visit over there for like a week or something when he first became president. So they came and offered him the same amount, right? And I guess he said he wouldn't do it, but he said that if they said that they would over 4 years they would cycle in $1 trillion into the United States. He would do he would do another visit to Dubai. So they agreed, and he is now going there. He's going there in the next month.
Right.
So that's something.
I hope so.
That's something to be looking for.
$1 trillion over 4 years. What is that? $250 billion a year.
A year over 4 years. So that is a guaranteed. They're guaranteeing it. That's what I'm saying. Trump is basically just trying to pour money in the United States. He's getting.
Good.
That's what it's about.
You remember those
the money?
Yeah, you remember. Yeah, that's how we all prosper.
What it is.
So I seen that. I thought I'd bring that up because I was like, that's insane. You guys, that's a factual thing people can look up. But yeah, so that's just crazy. I seen $1 trillion though, Drew. When you get to $1 trillion.
That is insane.
We talked about this a couple weeks ago. $1 trillion is a lot of money.
I don't even know how many zeros. What, 11? 12?
11? Something? But $1 trillion, like even $1 billion.
That's a shit ton.
$1 billion is a lot of money. But $1 trillion is way much more than that.
That's what Trump said. He said we're all older and times pass, so money's went up.
Money
gives us men at heart.
Said we're all richer, so come on.
Yeah, get ahead.
$1 trillion, but didn't know what your guys
insane.
Didn't I wanted to get both your guys' another thing. I'm just looking over my bullet points here. Another thing I had over here, I wanted to get your guys' both thoughts on the tariffs finally have been imposed on China and Canada. I don't know if you guys seen, Drew. I'm sure you have. No.
I've seen something. Then I also seen earlier that Trump did kind of think he put a hold on something.
Yeah. So
himself, or he.
So there have been.
Remind me what it.
So there have been holds and extensions, obviously. But Canada is now threatening again United States.
Jesus.
With the trade war. Didn't know. I just wanted to get both your guys' opinions. Whoever wants to go first, whatever. What are your guys' thoughts on this? Because basically, how this all we all talked about this about 3 episodes ago. When Trump first did this, and he gave them all a month extension. I don't know if you guys remember. Now we're talking about this again. So, what's your guys' thoughts on this? Because this can't keep going on forever, obviously.
Go ahead, Blaine. Did you want to start?
Yeah.
The imposing the tariffs, right? That increases revenue. But the simple, like when you look at the economy, right? You start raising the prices of something else has to now raise, right? Especially when you talk about a businessman who now has to pay 25% more to ship something in. He's not going to want to take that loss of money. He's going to now raise the price of his merchandise 30%. Now he's going to get a little extra money on top of that. So I think all this is going to do is, I think of like Temu, right? Temu or Wish, those Alibaba, the drop ship companies where people can purchase, anything for $3. Now that thing that was $3, it's not going to be $8. So now the American people are going to pay 50% more for a product that they were now just paying, $3 on. So yeah, we're getting more money. The American government is getting more money, but now I think it's going to have unintended side consequences of the American people having to pay more to get stuff shipped in, or vice versa. Now we start bringing jobs back to to America. Now we'll start manufacturing these things in America again. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, just to touch on what you just said, I did see that Trump did announce that ships are now are going to be manufactured in America again. Obviously, they're bringing back car manufacturing, but ships. So ships are, which is crazy. That's huge.
I don't know if you remember this, Luke. You remember
huge for welders. I know.
I was wanting to do that back in high school. Newport News, Virginia was like the biggest shipbuilding lot
Shipyard.
in America. It was massive,
Yep.
and I really wanted to do that. That was a lot of money, you know.
Big money,
That's
bro.
crazy.
That's big money. I mean, commerce is huge. Shipping
Probably stick welding,
across
I'm
the country.
imagining.
Oh, it was, but it was a massive yard. And I mean, and they're building massive ships.
Yeah.
I mean, we're massive.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty good that we're bringing that stuff back.
So that's gonna be huge. I feel like
More jobs.
more jobs. Drew, but what's your take? What's your take on the trade war situation as we were talking about? I know Blano just gave us his.
I was more curious, and I think I just did a quick little look up just to see what was imported more and imported more into Canada from us compared to.
Yeah, what are we getting?
Canada.
Yeah, no, that's smart.
So,
yeah, what
Was it medicine? Was
we
Canada
get
shipping?
more raw minerals
that's interesting.
and crude oil.
Which is why he's trying to get that from Ukraine.
Ukraine.
That is interesting,
Okay.
Drew. That's smart. Wow.
That's the most thing that's what we get from them. The most what we give to them, pretty much. What they buy from us is more automotive, I guess.
Wow.
And machinery and like metals, apparently.
So they need the shit we have then.
yes, and tools.
And
yeah.
our shit we just
So,
go to Ukraine to get now.
Yeah, we can get, and think about it. We can get a lot of shit. That's all what we really get from.
You
We
can find
get
that
source
elsewhere.
from a lot of Alaska itself. Has
Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. That's drill, baby, drill. That means you got to drill a little.
Drill, baby.
You know,
You got to drill, baby, drill.
I'm just saying, drill, baby, drill. But I'm just saying, well, that's just part of it. But yeah, I would say, how long can it go? Now this one I don't know. I don't know.
yeah.
With Canada and U.S., I mean, who's in charge of Canada right now? Is Trudeau? Is he
I
actually
think-
officially?
I think he's still running it,
knows?
isn't he?
I think, yeah.
Is he still running it? Is it? I didn't know.
Yeah, 'cause I don't
how
think
that
I don't think
exactly
they've
works.
had their election, or I think they have an election. I think that's what they do.
Gotcha.
Um,
See, I don't. Probably whoever. It's probably gonna last until whenever that election is, or whenever he steps down or resigns or whatever they have to do, whatever he wants to do. Personally,
Yeah, it just makes you wonder
or
because
if Ukraine, depending on the Ukraine thing, whatever happens first.
I think the whole jazz about it is because the fentanyl and the illegals, the illegal
hard left.
no, I'm saying like that's the reason for the tariffs.
I got you. Yes,
because
that is one-
fentanyl and the like illegals coming to the United States and such. So
I don't know
know.
if people know, but fentanyl is made in China. That's what.
everything,
Yeah, there's
China,
a-
China, Russia. You know what I mean?
You know.
The fucking Russia collusion, the Chinese government, China virus.
Yeah, man.
It's funny. He said that he
This
doesn't
time.
call it the China virus anymore because President Xi told him he feels like it's offensive to the Chinese people.
No,
But it literally started in a little province.
Whoa! But they don't want to say it
town.
started there. No, it's not official. It didn't start there. We don't
That-
know where it came from
Intrusive.
officially.
But did you guys see that they had the cabinet meeting? I don't know if you guys seen. We were thinking about going live, watching that
Oh, the yes, you're
cabinet
yes.
meeting.
Yes.
So there was a kid there who was 13 years old named DJ Daniels. Blaine, I don't know if you've seen this or not, but he has brain cancer, and I think it was terminal brain cancer, Drew. I don't know if you've seen anything about it.
I don't know if it was terminal.
I was gonna say maybe help me out articulating because I can't remember exactly, but
I'm not.
basically he had like
So don't
brain
I-
cancer. He had obviously a bunch of surgeries and stuff, but he'd been like he had been like an honorary police officer. He's got like badges and such.
In the neighborhood, honorary.
Yeah.
He was.
And so they did that. So Trump he announced it to the cabinet meeting, whenever that day was. I can't remember what it was now.
It was a few days ago.
Wednesday,
but-
Tuesday. But anyways, so everybody was cheering for the kid. He was going to be a Secret Service honorary. Got a badge, everything.
An agent, a whole agent. Yeah,
Yeah.
he made him a whole.
It was super cool. Everybody was cheering for the kid, clapping. Bro,
that is pretty cool.
Everybody on the Democratic side, nobody on the Democratic side stood up and clapped for the kid at all.
Are you real? Oh, I didn't know that was. Oh, that's sad.
All the Republicans stood up and clapped. Everybody was. None of the Democrats even like they completely nobody would clap for him.
Now remind me, Democrats typically your more liberal side, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it would be. Yeah.
That explains
there's
a lot,
videos about it, dude. Even CNN were blasting them, and CNN's like the most Democratic.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could look it up, Drew. It was a pretty nasty thing, honestly. It's like, come on, man. Like, this is CNN. It's just like, who does that? You know, like who. You don't dish a kid. Like, he ain't.
No, there's no need to. There's no clap. Just clap.
Just clap. That's it.
Yeah,
you know?
You're not clapping.
You don't even got to stand up.
The
just
person
clap.
you voted for. Yeah, just your clap. Jesus Christ.
Be a human.
Sorry.
You know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I seen that a lot of people were giving him grief about that. So, but yeah, that's as they should. But that's all I had, fellas. I had a little list over here. Touched on everything I had. Drew, I don't know if you got anything else on your plate.
Nah, I got nothing else, man. Just
Blino had a good take.
Same. I got
Blino, that was a great story, man.
It's
who would have thought? Who would have thought
Blino
was part of a cult?
Cold, bro.
It's not something I'm vocal about, but
Erica just gave me a look.
Somebody out there.
She needs some explanation.
Probably.
Oh, she wasn't there.
She said,
okay.
She wasn't there for the intro. It's my. I should be more vocal about it because what if there's other people who are stuck in that and they don't see it? They don't see it for what it is.
Exactly.
Use the channel as a for advocates. Be an advocate. But we appreciate everybody tuning in, man. This was episode 26 of the LP Show, man.
The LP Show.
I'm Luke.
Yep, and I'm Drew, and I appreciate it too. Like and subscribe, comment. That live was great, gentlemen.
Yeah, the live
we'll go again.
Yeah, it was
for sure. Sometime.
Absolutely.
Whenever I'm not tired.
Which is always.
Well, I mean, it's getting there. Old, man.
We're old. Yeah. Pushing 30.
Well, no excuses.
Drew's about 43.
Oh, yep.
Ooh.
Thanks, yep. Oh, got him. Anyways, thank you, everyone. Appreciate it.
We do appreciate it.
Yep.
Blino.
Thank you guys for tuning in. This has been the LP Show. I'm your host, Pilks. Co-host Luke. Co-host Drew. You guys have a good weekend.
Peace out.
This has been the LP Show. Thank you for watching. My name is Pilks. This is my boy Lucas. Tune in next week.